Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Arnoud van Doorn. I'm 48 years old. I've embraced Islam about 2 years ago, in April 2012. And actually that was the best decision I've ever made in my life. And I'm very thankful for this opportunity and for that decision and the fact that I am guided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. After this period, after the time that I have been converted to Islam, my life has changed dramatically in a positive way. Before that, I didn't know anything about Islam. The only thing I knew about Islam is what you learn in the Dutch media, what you learn from Dutch and Western politicians, and that is only negative. Islam, as people are told in Western Europe, is bad, it's dangerous. It is nothing but a threat for society. They are oppressing women, they are all terrorists. And I'm ashamed to tell you now that I believed that that is the truth. It's not an excuse. And I'm ashamed for my beliefs and my ideas about Islam. And I think, despite what you read and hear in the media and what politicians are telling you, you're always responsible for your own knowledge and your own information. And I've made a lot of mistakes in the past. And I want to apologize to you here again for the mistakes that I've made. I come from a very normal family in the Netherlands. For Dutch ideas, a big family, 7 people, 5 children. I was the eldest son. And my youth was very beautiful and very warm. And my parents are very open-minded. And they are not to blame for the ideas that I had about Islam. Because I was raised from a Christian tradition that you have to respect any other religion and any other culture. So my parents did their best, but they were not strong enough to counter all the information that you get from the media, that you read in the newspapers, that you see on television about Islam, this creating of fear about Islam. To be honest, I think there is a worldwide war going on against Islam. Well, I thought I had to do something about this evil religion. That was my idea 10 years ago. And I decided that I have to do something to protect our society from this evil, from this danger. And I joined the PVV. That is a very anti-Islam, Islamophobic party in the Netherlands, led by the famous Geert Wilders. And at that time I thought he was my role model. I think he was a hero because he stood up against Islam and he stood up to protect our freedom. And I thought, this guy, this man, that is the one I should follow. That is my example. That is my role model. And I joined the party first as a volunteer. And a few years later, I became the most important political advisor for Geert Wilders. I was responsible for not producing the film Fitma, but for distributing the movie, for promoting the movie worldwide. And I'm ashamed to say this, but I was proud of this. I thought I was doing something good. I was fighting injustice. And I really believed that that was my goal in life. And I told all the people around me, come and join me. Because this party will solve all the problems. And they are fighting the Islam. Well, if someone told me in that time that I would stand here in front of you as a Muslim, I would say you're crazy. Never. But here I am. And it feels good. And I'm happy. I'm going to tell you something about my journey to Islam. Because most of the people, they saw my Twitter message with the Shahada. And they thought, okay, he's Muslim. Impossible. You cannot become a Muslim within 24 hours. It's not that when you wake up and you think, let's become Muslim. Of course not. I've been through a journey that took about a year and a half. This started a few years ago when I still was a very active member for the PVV of Geert Wilders. And I started to think, how is it possible? So many people in the world, 1.2 billion people are Muslims. And they look happy. How is that possible? Are they really misguided? I really didn't understand. And I'm starting to get doubts about what you read about Islam, what you hear about Islam. And I thought, it can't be true. It can't be true that Islam is bad, that it's only evil. Maybe it's dangerous. Maybe it's wrong. But my mind started to shift. I never hated Muslims, but I was an Islamophobic politician. Some of my friends told me, you're wrong, you should get more information about Islam. Go to a mosque, speak to an imam. And I said, no. I will never go to these evil places. I will not talk to these terrible people. Maybe they will kill me, I don't know. Going to a mosque, in my opinion, in that time was something really dangerous. If you get into a mosque, they will kill you there. They will never let you out. Ridiculous, of course. But still something in my mind said, I don't know. I was starting to get doubts about this anti-Islam message that we were telling to the people. I don't know why it really started, but I had these doubts, and these doubts, this feeling was getting stronger and stronger, and I really didn't understand. So at a certain moment I thought, okay, I will take this opportunity, because a friend of mine, the Hollandie, is now one of my best friends. He is a Muslim, and he said, okay, you will never believe it, but I've arranged for you a visit to the mosque in The Hague. And I said, no, please don't do that. I don't want to go to a mosque. And he said, yes, you go, come with me, I will protect you. And I thought, okay, because he's a really big guy. And I thought, okay, I'll come with you, but only for 5 minutes. Only for 5 minutes, and then I go. And I went to this mosque, the Asuna Mosque in The Hague, the biggest mosque. And I was really surprised, because the people inside, they were friendly towards me. The imam came to me, he took my hand, and he said, you're welcome. And I looked into his eyes, and I saw that he was honest, and that he was sincere. To be honest, it was an emotional moment, because I thought, if Islam is terrible, is evil, how come, with everything that I have said and everything that my party did against Islam, how come this man is so friendly? How come I am welcome in the mosque? I really didn't understand. It was really confusing. And basically, I wanted to turn around and go back, because I thought, no, this is not good, this is not good. But of course, I didn't go. And we went in the mosque, and he offered me coffee and something to eat. And eventually, I said to him before, I will never leave, I will not be here longer than 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, because I have a very busy schedule. It was a lie, of course, but I just thought I want to leave. But in the end, I was staying there for maybe 2.5 hours, talking about Islam, about the Prophet, peace be upon him, about the Quran, about Sunnah, about Hadith. And I left with my mind full of thoughts. I was more or less lost. I didn't go home straight away. I walked for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, only thinking, what's happening? What's happening? How come these people are so friendly? Why are they trying to help me? Why are they so kind and so warm? And this was against everything that I've learned about Islam. And I thought when I went home, this is not good. This is what they have warned me about. That they will get into your mind. And they will make you believe that Islam is good. And I thought, okay, try to forget this. Because your mind is something is going wrong. You're brainwashed, probably. And I went home and I tried to forget everything about the meeting, everything about the kind words from the Imam, and every wisdom and every beautiful things that I've heard about Islam. I said, no. And for maybe a week, 2 weeks, I thought, okay, this was my visit to the mosque, the first and last visit ever. I will not let myself getting brainwashed by these people. But still something inside me, something in my heart, something in my mind, a very small spark was still there, and it didn't go away. How much I tried, it didn't go away. I still had these doubts. And I was really working hard to push it away. It didn't work. So finally, I went back to the mosque after a few weeks, and I said, okay, you told me something about Islam, tell me more. I had lots of questions, a lot of critical questions, of course, maybe 90%. But I thought, okay, I'll go back to the mosque, and well, it will be clear after an hour that everything is, that I'm right, that Islam is evil, that it's wrong. It didn't happen, of course not. And again, I was in the mosque for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And he gave me, when I left, the Holy Quran, and he said, the Dutch translation, and he said, okay, read. You don't have to read. If you have time, start reading. Even for 5 minutes. Even 1 page. But start reading. Doesn't matter where you start, in the middle, in the end, in the beginning, but start reading. And I accepted the Quran, and I went home. And I thought, okay, I will know more about Islam. Not with the intention to convert or to become a Muslim, of course not. But I was triggered. I was curious. I wanted to know more. And I started reading, and my doubts were getting stronger and stronger. And the more I was reading, the more I was talking to the Imam, the more I was talking to other Muslims, the more clear it became to me that I was wrong. That my party was wrong. That Geert Wilders was wrong. That most of the people and the media and the politicians in the Western world are wrong about Islam. And it's hard to, I'm not sure how to explain this to you, but it took me a long time to find out actually that Islam is a very beautiful, very wise religion. That it has solutions for most of the people. But between that period and where I am now as a Muslim, there was about a year, a journey that took a year with ups and downs. Sometimes I thought, no, I'm wrong. Sometimes I thought, yes, it's beautiful. Then I didn't go to the mosque for a few months because people say, don't go there, and I believed them again. So something was trying to pull me back from the mosque. Shaitan is everywhere, of course. I know that now. But still, the more I was learning about Islam, the more I was reading, the more beautiful it became to me. And the more I was lost. I felt lost. I felt lonely. I felt, where do I belong? I'm not a Muslim, but I don't see them as evil anymore. I don't see them as enemy anymore. I don't belong to this political party. Where do I belong? I didn't know. I was lost. And I also was a little bit depressed in this period, because everything that I thought was clear for years turned out to be wrong. All my prejudiced ideas about Islam, that they were oppressing women, that it was evil, that they were terrorists, it became clear to me that it was wrong, that I was wrong, that these people are wrong who were telling us this. And after a year, a bit longer, a year and a half, I decided, okay, this religion is so beautiful, so peaceful, so wise. The people that I've met are so friendly, so warm, and everything they are telling me fits me as a person. I feel it in my heart. This religion is the most beautiful and most sincere and loving religion. And then yes, in April 2012, I said the Shahada in the mosque in The Hague, the mosque that I hated before, the mosque that I thought was the center of evil, and here I am.